Hi guys, good morning and welcome to my channel Saturday Night Stitch. Today's vlog post I am going to be sharing with you my fabric haul. 90% of it is what I bought on Saturday during the Sew Up North meeting, and the other 10% is something that I bought 2 weeks ago when I went to visit the dentist. No, the dentist doesn't actually sell fabric, but there is a fabric shop on the way to the dentist that I decided to stop into. Okay, so without further ado, I am just going to jump into it, and I'll start off with what I bought 2 weeks ago when I went to the dentist. Okay, so the shop that I got these from is called Bombay Stores, which is in Bradford, and I just noticed as I was driving past that they had a 20% sale on at the time. And so I went in to browse very quickly. I only picked up 2 pieces of fabric. The first one was this lace fabric in navy blue, which I'm going to use with some navy blue linen that I have to make a blouse. So when I saw this, I knew exactly what I wanted to make out of it. And I'm only using it for some of the contrast bits, so I only needed a ½ meter of it, but it's very, very beautiful. And I wouldn't have bought it if it wasn't for the 20% off, so I got it, and I'm very, very pleased with that purchase. The second one, I stumbled upon it quite luckily actually, because it was on their sale rack, which was just piled over with rolls of fabric, but it caught my eye and I loved it, and I couldn't believe my eyes when it was showing £2.50 per meter for it. So I took all the 6 meters that were left on the roll, and it is this absolutely fabulous tartan plaid fabric, and it's got these beautiful reds and this cobalt blue running through it, and with the yellow and the white, it is just such a vibrantly beautiful fabric that really ticks all the boxes for me. So I thought, it's £2.50 per meter, I'm just going to take as much of it as I can, and they only had 6 meters left on the roll. I asked them if they could order more in, but unfortunately they said it wasn't something that they could order in. But I've got a lot of it to play around with. I don't know what I'm going to make with it, but I want something dramatic. Yeah, any suggestions are welcome, by the way, because most of the fabrics that I have, I tend to just buy because I see it and I just love it. I love the colors, or I love the pattern or the design on it. So, you know, if you're seeing something that could be made out of a particular fabric, then please just, you know, tell me in the comments below. Okay, so moving on to the stuff that I bought on Saturday, where I admit I lost control and I was just buying and buying. I will show you the first thing that I bought on Saturday, and again, this is something that I was very lucky to find. We were in Samuel Taylor's, which is a bricks and mortar shop in Leeds. I went to their sale rack, and this was on their sale rack, discounted down to £4.95 per meter. And I think it was at £24 per meter before, if I remember correctly. But it's 100% wool, and it's a Liberty of London. So I was so chuffed to get this. Unfortunately, there was only 2.4 meters left of it, so I just took all of the 2.4 meters left of it. But it has such a beautiful drape, and it is such a wonderful quality. I'm quite excited to make a shirt dress out of this, because I'll make a lovely wintry style shirt dress, and it's 100% wool, so you know that it's going to be warm. And look at that, it is just beautiful. Okay, so I was very, very happy to get this. It wasn't something that I planned or expected to get, but I saw it, I wanted it, and then I bought it. Okay, so from Sam Taylor's we moved on to the next place, which is Fletcher's Fabrics in Leeds, and that's in the Kirkgate market, so they've got a market store there. I only bought 1 fabric from this. I was quite good and quite restrained, but I could not resist this. There was no way I could have resisted buying this corduroy fabric, navy background, deep purple cherries. It is just so beautiful. I love it. And I don't know what I'm going to make out of it, but I just knew I had to have this, and I have to figure out how it's going to fit into my wardrobe somehow. But it's a beautiful fabric. Okay, then from Fletcher's Fabrics we went on to B&M Fabrics, and from there I bought some fabric to make an Anna dress. And I wasn't going to get this fabric, but my friend Ali, who blogs over at aka.thumbelina.wordpress.com, she kept whispering in my ear what a fantastic fabric it was and how it would look great as an Anna on me. And she, she kept going on, and then I caved basically, and I was like, okay, go on, hit me up with 3 meters of that. But at £4 per meter, it's a really good bargain. It's here it is. It's a crepe, a lightweight crepe fabric with beautiful drape, and it's got birds, and I love the depth of blue of one of the central birds in the pattern, and it is just such a fabulous fabric. It will make a very beautiful by hand London Anna maxi dress. But I'm not going to sew that up now because I wouldn't be able to wear it anyway. So this is something that's going to have to wait until spring or summer this year. Okay, and then what else did I get from Fletcher? Yes, I got, for the Little Red Dress project that's being organized by Renata at Running and Style and Holly at Holly and Sews, I got some red textured Ponte fabric. Okay, and I'm going to use this to make my little red dress, which will hopefully be my Christmas dress as well if I can get around to making it. But it's got this, it doesn't have the normal smooth texture that you get on a Ponte fabric, but it almost looks like it's a twill weave, but it isn't because it's got stretch in it. And yeah, so I thought that would be quite interesting to make a red dress out of. It's thick enough to be structured, probably, so that was that from Fletcher's Fabric. I keep mixing them up, from B&M Fabrics. Okay, the next one from B&M Fabrics that I got was this textured knit fabric as well, which has got this geometric print. Now, I love this type of geometric print, and the tiles in my ensuite bathroom have got a similar type of print. And yeah, I just saw it. It came in 3 colorways, so there was a grey and a charcoal and the navy blue. I was sorely tempted to buy the grey as well, but by that point I actually had bags full of fabric and I couldn't possibly carry them all. So yeah, quite excited about this. I think I'll make some sort of a sweater dress, or I don't know, but something that's, warm and cozy, something definitely with like a big collar, I think. Right, let's see, do I have anything else from B&M Fabrics? No, that's all from B&M Fabrics. After B&M Fabrics, we moved on to Jack's Fabrics, which is also a market stall in the main Kirkgate market. It's much smaller than the others, but they always have such a great range of fabrics there. Right, so I got some plain Ponte in like a warm berry color, and I got 1.5 meters of that and 1.5 meters of the Ponte in navy, and this is to make a dress, a color blocked dress, kind of like a sheath dress with some, with some interesting detail in it. So that's that one there. And I also got this textured, it's a textured Ponte with circles on it, and I really liked how it looks, and I think it will make a very nice fit and flare dress. I don't know which pattern I'll go for. I might have to draft my own pattern for it, because when I saw it, I just saw this dress in my head and I was like, oh, that would be perfect. that would be perfect for it. So yeah, and I got 2 meters of that. This was £3.50 a meter, by the way. Okay, another fabric that I saw and decided to buy within 1 second of seeing it was this fabulous, beautiful black and blue textured Ponte. It's got quite a lot of stretch in it, so it would do well for form-fitting dresses, I think. Initially, I'm thinking McCall's M6886 knit dress, but I really love the colors on this. You know, it's beautiful deep jewel tones. Okay, and something similar, which was a textured knit that caught my eye again. I couldn't resist buying it. This wonderful purple and black brocade textured. I don't know if you can see the texture to it, but it, again, it's really beautiful and it's got a lot of give to it. So I think with these two, I'll probably end up making something like McCall's M6886. But I don't know, sometimes it's difficult for me to commit to pattern and fabric combinations, because sometimes I've been known to lay out the fabric and lay out the pattern, and just as I am about to cut into it, it just doesn't work out. Kind of like, that's not it. So yeah, quite hesitant to. Right, more fabric. I'm not actually done yet. Here is a red Ponte with a black check. I wasn't too sure about this fabric, if I had to be perfectly honest with you, but I kept coming back to it and I couldn't shake it off. And then I realized that I was probably better off buying it, because there was obviously something about it that I was drawn to. And what has happened to me in the past before is, you know, I've walked away from a fabric that I was having a conversation with, in a way. And then when it suddenly clicks in my head why I want that fabric and why I must have it, I'll go back to the shop and they'll have sold out of it. And it's always so frustrating, because then I kick myself in the bum, because I'm saying, why didn't I get it? Why? It was only £3.50 per meter and 2 meters would only be £7. So I decided to buy it, and I have to say I'm really glad I bought it, because I can see what is going to become in my head. I think it will make another nice fit and flare dress, or quite possibly a full skirt. We'll see. We'll see what it will be, but I quite like it. I also got some fleece fabric to make some capes for my little girls. They love blue. Blue is their favorite color. I am going to... This was the one thing on my shopping list, actually, when I went fabric shopping. It was the one thing. So I got this. I'm going to make them some capes, and I'll put in some applique on it and just have loads of fun with it. So this will get done next weekend. And I also got this from Jack's Fabrics, which is this beautiful viscose twill paisley print. It's got mustards, one of my favorite color. It's got purples, one of my favorite colors as well, you know, and it's paisley. So I got 4 meters of this. It was £3.50 per meter. I got 4 meters because I think I'm going to make something maxi, swirly, swishy, 70s style. I don't know. Okay, and finally, as part of the Sew Up North meetup, we had, you know, you didn't have to, but there was also a swap where people donated things that, you know, fabric and patterns that they knew that they were probably never going to use. And I took along four or five pieces of fabrics that I just know I'm not going to use. I bought them, they were good quality, but I just don't think I would use them again. And as well as sewing patterns, I took about 6 sewing patterns that I just know I'm never going to use again. And at the end of the swap, I went to have a rummage through myself, and I found some pistachio corduroy. It's fine, fine corduroy, which is a beautiful pastel color. I'm not going to make anything for me with this one, but I'm going to make something for my girls with it. I just think it's a pretty spring happy color. Again, this I probably won't sew up now. I'll probably sew it up in spring or summer or something. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my vlog post on my fabric haul. If you like what you see, then hit the like button down below, and I will see you guys soon with another vlog post. Bye.